In today's episode, I talk about a simple yet powerful strategy for building willpower. Welcome to episode 9 of Weight Loss on the Daily. I'm Chris Barlas. Hope you're doing really well today. Today we have a very short but very powerful question from Anne. And Anne asks us, any tips on how to build stronger willpower? It's a short and sweet question. Willpower is the number one thing most people want to improve on their journey to losing weight. And because of that, I've spent the last several years learning a great deal about willpower and how to strengthen it. And when we think about willpower, we usually think about ways of resisting temptation or short-term reward to make good decisions that will allow us to achieve our goal. That's usually what we think about, right? And although there are many strategies I can give you, I wanted to keep this video short and I wanted to give you strategies that are practical for you to use right now. And this one strategy that I have for you in this video, Anne, is if you want to build your willpower, change your environment. So your environment or your surroundings dictate much of your behaviors and habits, especially when you're tired, mentally fatigued, or stressed out. Your environment dictates your behaviors. So if you want to change your behaviors and make better decisions, change your environment, because simply if you're surrounded by temptations all the time, you're eventually going to give in. It's as simple as that, right? So at work, if you have a candy jar on your desk, get rid of it because it's constantly tempting you, even when you don't even realize it. It's slowly draining your mental energy because it requires mental energy to resist reaching for the candy. If you have food that isn't the greatest for you and your goals in your home, get rid of it. And if your spouse or your kids would yell at you for getting rid of it completely, then you need to make sure it's not as accessible to you and certainly not visible. Studies have actually shown that people that have things like potato chips or even breakfast cereal visible out on the counter weigh between 8 and 20 pounds more than those that don't. But those that keep fresh fruit visible on the counter weigh less than those that don't. So the point is, keep food that's healthy, that's conducive to your goals, visible and easily accessible, and keep food that is not conducive to your goals out of sight. That way it'll be out of mind and not tempting you. That's one way of changing your environment. I know it's simple, but if your goals are serious for you, you'll do it. So another example could be something as simple as the dinner plates that you eat off of. In the 1950s, this was the average size of a dinner plate, about 8 to 9 inches in diameter. In the year 2016, this is the average size of a dinner plate, about 12 inches in diameter. Study after study after study has shown that when you eat off of a bigger plate, you eat more food, sometimes 40 to 50% more food. So put these plates away and eat off your salad-sized plates. Because if you put portions of food on here, even if you finish it and you're still hungry, you have to get up and get seconds rather than loading your plate full of food and eating all of it in one sitting. You want to think about changing your environment to make good decisions easier and bad decisions a little bit harder. So make it harder for yourself to eat more. One strategy could be use smaller plates. Another way of changing your environment to make things more conducive is, let's say you want to exercise in the morning. If you want to make good decisions or have strong willpower, quote unquote, make things easier by maybe sleeping in your workout clothes. That way you don't have to go shuffling through the closet to find them, and then by the time you're done, you're like, you know what, I really don't want to go to the gym anyway. Or lay your gym clothes out ahead of time. If you're exercising at home, make your environment conducive to exercise. Lay out your stuff before you go to bed if you're exercising in the morning, or keep things visible. Too many people, when they exercise at home, they throw everything down the basement. And during the cold winter, a lot of us don't want to go down to the dark, dungy, cold basement to walk on the treadmill. So if at all possible, put your exercise equipment in a place that's comfortable for you and that's visible for you, so you'll always be reminded to do it. And actually a fun strategy that I actually just used with a client not too long ago is if you want to just get more activity during the day or physical exercise, like walking, buy a dog, right? If possible, if that's something you've been wanting to do and you think it might help, buy a dog, because if you buy a dog, dogs want to be walked. So you'll be more likely to go out for walks in the morning and at night because you'll be walking the dog. Just another way to set your environment up to make good decisions. So, and I hope that helps. If you want to build your willpower, one of the first things I want you to think about is changing your environment to make good decisions easier, bad decisions harder. As usual, you keep focusing on your why. I'll be here each and every day helping you figure out your how, because you really are, with a little bit of help in me, achieving your weight loss goals, one day at a time. Thanks so much for watching this. I will see you next time.